The annual Pysanka Festival, hosted by the Ukrainian Arts Center, was located between Little Armenia and Koreatown in Los Angeles. It was in a building that used to be a theater called Jensen's Melrose Theater. The architecture on the inside was detailed with blue and gold colors. There was plenty of space to roam around. There were many tables to sit at and eat authentic Ukrainian delicacies downstairs, as well as chairs closer to the stage to see the performances, and an art gallery shop upstairs. All around the banquet hall were various vendors, artists selling their own work. I chose to attend the Pysanka Festival event because when I saw this event being advertised, it caught my eye and I wanted to know more about a culture I knew nothing about. Before attending this event, I was hoping to learn about the Ukrainian culture and how they celebrate Easter and the significance of the painted eggs. I had never attended a culture festival. This experience was brand new to me and eye-opening. Some preconceptions I had before attending about this event were that I thought people from Ukrainian descent were going to have heavy accents and be tall, white skin, blonde hair with blue eyes. Being able to walk around and participate in the activities held allowed me to be injected into the Ukrainian culture. I was able to experience the culture on the inside and not just as an observer. Eating authentic Ukrainian food, painting traditional eggs, and watching traditional performances allowed me to participate and be actively engaged in the experience. Before, I was very uncomfortable being by myself in an event about a different culture that I know very little about. During the event, I was still uncomfortable, but as it was going on, I felt less like an outcast and more welcomed. When people would talk and have conversations with me, they would talk to me about their culture and the background about the Pysanka Easter egg. After, I felt still slightly uncomfortable because I felt like I looked very different. It didn't seem to fit in well with others. I learned many things, and the people were very welcoming. I spent a positive attitude while learning new things. I do not feel comfortable going to places that are different from my culture. I was afraid of being in a setting completely different than what I'm used to. It was nerve-wracking starting conversations with the people there because I did not know if there would be a language barrier. As soon as I walked in, I was greeted by someone and she immediately told me what this event was about and how I'm free to look around. When I was looking around, I was approached by a woman that was selling traditional items she made. She had asked me if I spoke Spanish. I was surprised that she was able to speak Spanish because I feared that there would be a language barrier. I soon learned that she knew 5 languages. It is comforting to know that just because you are in a completely different setting, there could still be the people that speak many different languages. I then kept looking around and was more comfortable asking people about the Ukrainian culture. People would stare at me, which made me feel very out of place at first. As the event went on, I felt that they saw me as someone just wanting to learn more about the Ukrainian culture, and I felt welcomed. When I entered, there is someone to greet you and give you a layout of what is occurring in the event. The artists and vendors had a smile in their face and were willing to answer any of my questions with a positive attitude. Attention was used to figure out what was going on. Language was used when communicating with other people and the language barrier. Social cognition was used when the friendly woman was selling traditional items, starting a conversation with me in Spanish. Also when deciding to sit somewhere to eat at a table with strangers. Spatial ordering was used when knowing the layout of this event. Ukrainian people are so creative. They design Pysanka eggs using an old tradition that is rarely used anymore because it takes time. One of the vendors explained it as a type of meditation. This knowledge will influence future educational practices by exposing students to different cultures and being comfortable in new cultural events.